Luigi Mangione, just like Dino Spumoni, highly famous now. But why is he famous? Well, he's famous for doing something pretty nefarious that for some odd reason a lot of people enjoy. You know, a lot of people just dislike CEOs. And I can't really disagree. You know, I have been in the corporate world my whole life, and CEOs kind of suck, right? But do they suck enough to where you shoot them? I don't think so. I feel like that's a little bit of an overreaction. Okay. I kind of would like them to not be in their position most of the time. There's some good ones out there. I had a good one in 2011, and then he died. And then we got a bad one. See, does he deserve to be shot? I don't think so. All right. I feel like that's an overreaction. But people have fallen in love with him because he has beautiful abs. And I kind of have too. But Luigi has pled not guilty. People think Luigi is going to get off, and not in the way we like, in the way you might like, but not me. He's pled not guilty. And things are starting to snowball very, very quickly. Make sure you subscribe. I'm dying out here. Look at my mustache. It's frazzled. Why is it always little? It's like me. I don't want it to be little like me. It says Luigi Mangione pleads not guilty to state murder terrorism charges in the United Healthcare CEO assassination. And look, they're loving it because he looks fine. He's an attractive man. You know, who knew that murder is acceptable as long as you're pretty? It says Luigi Mangione pleaded not guilty in a New York courtroom Monday to state charges in the murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson earlier this month outside of a Manhattan hotel. And by the way, it was directly on camera. He blew the dude away on camera. The dude was walking away. Mangione faces 11 state charges, including first-degree murder in furtherance of terrorism. His court appearance was set for February 21st. Uh-oh. State prosecutors allege Mangione was found in possession of what is to be believed the murder weapon, and surveillance videos show a man matching his description before and after the attack, including outside the Hilton, where Thompson was shot in the back. But could he be the man? Is it possible there's a mistaken identity here? There's another attractive Italian man that happened to pull the trigger. Is he a Fed? We don't know. These are all questions that people won't answer. They kind of want him to be innocent. Again, because it's the abs. A key difference between the state and federal charges Mangione faces is that the state argues the shooting was an act of terrorism. Additionally, the federal charges open up the possibility of the death penalty. Man, look, I got to talk about this for one moment. And I want to know what you guys think about this. The death penalty. There are people out there, and I don't want to talk too in depth, but I saw a story today about two men that are in a couple, okay? They're married, and they adopted a young son, and for some reason, unbeknownst to me, they passed him around like a fleshlight. That's insane, and I'm sorry that you had to hear that, okay? I don't know how to put it, but it's terrifying. It's just the most horrific thing you can do to a person. And they didn't even get the death penalty. What do you have to do? I don't think Luigi deserves it. I got to be completely honest with you. I don't think that warrants that. That's a little insane. If people can pass children around and not go to jail for life or even a couple years, Rosenbaum only got 12 years before Kyle Rittenhouse fixed that problem. Mangione, 26, is being held at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn after he appeared in federal court last week. But what happened during his court appearance? The recent one, it says Mangione entered the court with his hands and feet shackled. He was wearing a burgundy sweater over a white-collared shirt and khaki pants. Sounds like somebody's about to feed me a 5-course meal. Look at him. Mangione leaned forward and said, "Not guilty," into a microphone when the judge asked him to enter his plea. Shocking, right? He spoke quietly and extensively with his attorneys during his brief court appearance, and his hands were unshackled long enough for him to sign a few papers, boys. He appeared to be listening intently as his attorneys spoke to the judge. Mangione was flanked by 4 officers as he sat in the courtroom, and prosecutors said in court they've been assured by federal prosecutors that the state case will move forward prior to the federal trial. And Mangione's attorney, Karen Friedman Agnifilo, requested immediate expedited discovery in the case. Prosecutors said the amount of discovery material is voluminous, including thousands of hours of surveillance video. And I gotta be honest, it was like 3 seconds long. I don't know where the thousands of hours are coming from unless it's him going to different coffee shops, hitting on different fat-cheeked women, Latina girls. He is being treated like a human ping pong ball. Freeman Agnifilo said Mangione is facing 2 proceedings, one of them being the possibility of the death penalty, and she told the court she's very concerned about Mangione's ability to get a fair trial, saying statements made by the government officials have been prejudicial. And keep in mind, if for some reason this is a psyop, the dude is screwed, right? What happens to people that tend to be maybe involved in psyops? They disappear somehow with 3 bullets in the back. Here's what his attorney said. She said, he is a young man. He's a young man and he's being treated like a human ping pong ball between 2 warring jurisdictions. These federal and state prosecutors are coordinating with one another at the expense of him. They've been conflicting theories in their indictments, and they are literally treating him like he's some sort of political fodder, like some sort of spectacle, which, to be fair, everybody's using him for political means. That is the entire reason why everybody likes him. Because they're like, yeah, he took down the evil CEO man, right? He was on display for everyone to see in the biggest stage perp walk I've ever seen in my career. And I'll play that video for you now because it looked like something out of Batman, like he was being walked into Arkham Asylum. It was absolutely unnecessary. He's been cooperative with law enforcement. He has been in custody for over a week. He waived extradition. Oh my God. Agnifilo also took issue with Mayor Eric Adams' presence when Mangione was returned to New York, saying it was just too damn political, son. There was absolutely no need whatsoever, and frankly, the mayor should know more than anyone the presumption of innocence that he too is afforded with dealing with his own issues, and frankly, I submit he was trying to detract from those issues by making a spectacle of Mr. Mangione. And I feel like that's not something you should say while being tried in this area, but that's just me. He's not a symbol. He's someone who's afforded the right to a fair trial. He's innocent until proven guilty, and the mayor was talking to jurors, future potential jurors. Those are the people that elected him that he's talking to and calling this man a terrorist. I just want to make a record of this and put everyone on notice that this has to stop, and my client is entitled to a fair and the presumptive of innocence. Bail was set at $1. Okay. In addition to the long line of reporters who were waiting to get in the courtroom Monday morning, there were also members of the public, almost all of them young women. Oh no! I told you. Did I not tell you from the beginning that they want to jump this man's bones? They want to jump my man's bones. The only thing you need to impress women, a decent face, abs, and the ability to take out a CEO. If you have those 3 things, you are golden. Golden. Put it on your Tinder profile. Mayor Adams did respond to the supporters. Mayor Adams, okay, said the cold-blooded assassination of Brian Thompson, a father of 2, and the terror it infused in the streets of New York City for days has since been sickening, glorified, shining a spotlight on the darkest corners of the internet. Mayor Adams' priority is and has always been public safety, and he has repeatedly spoken about how social media is fueling the radicalization of our youth, which is kind of true, but it's fine. Critics can say all they want, but showing up to support our law enforcement and sending the message to New Yorkers that violence and vitriol have no place in our city is who Mayor Eric Adams is to his core. And this is kind of unrelated, but has he always believed this? Because New York's trash. Mangione was flanked by heavily armed guards as he was extradited from Pennsylvania to New York last Thursday. He then appeared in federal court on stalking and murder charges. In a statement, Freeman Agnifilo called the federal charges highly unusual, saying they raise serious constitutional and statutory double jeopardy concerns. The federal complaint revealed Mangione was found with a notebook containing hidden handwritten pages that express hostility towards the health insurance industry and wealthy executives in particular. And to be fair, I don't think there's anybody left, right, center that will disagree that the healthcare system definitely needs reform. They just disagree on how to do it. Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg says his office is working with the federal government, and while the cases are happening simultaneously, the trials will have to happen at different times. Acting U.S. Attorney Edward Kim said he expects the state case to proceed first. And this is exactly what I said. At his courtroom, all the spectators were young women. Isn't that wild? What is it about you women that get turned on by violence? And look, I already know the answer. You're degenerates.